The last full moon of 2024 is an interesting one. It's a bit of a doozy considering that it is speaking in conversations of tension with Neptune and Saturn. And that brings with it energy of confusion, uncertainty, mixed feelings, and maybe even disappointment, but also hard truths that we just have to reconcile with. But here's the thing, the full moon is close in the sky to Jupiter, which is the harbinger of hope. Whatever it feels like isn't working out, as we admit the truth of what we feel, as every full moon carries the energy of bringing emotional truth to the surface, well, even with the disappointment, there's also every reason for hope. It is a disappointment or a reality check we need so that we can ultimately align with a much more prosperous and optimistic future that we deserve. Now, for all this, we're going to have on the same day Mercury standing still in the sky. Messages are coming through in a rapid fire kind of way, making so much so clear for us now. Synchronistic moments are especially high and carry with them this very energy of at once having to look at all the things that inspire us, that we're hopeful for, but also having to accept the disappointments that are likely there as well. For the collective, the energy of Gemini and Mercury both speak to what we're talking about on a collective level, including in the media. And all of this suggests this mix of good news, but also disappointing news, of something that feels just downright inspiring, but also other news that feels like it carries with it sadness and uncertainty, the kind of uncertainty where we wish outcomes were different in some way. It becomes really important at this time to be mindful of our thoughts, to be mindful of the information we're letting in, to ensure that we are speaking to ourselves in ways that are overall empowering. Now, in our individual journeys, a lot depends on your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Take all three into consideration and synthesize the information to make it unique to you. I spoke about this full moon energy for each and every sign over in the monthly horoscopes on my YouTube channel and in the superstar space at thefutureismagical.com. Visit those now. Aries, siblings, cousins, neighbors, it is these very people now who may need a heightened level of your energy or attention in a way that might feel tiring, but also possible one of these people might be making changes in their life that you wish you had more say over or power over, that feel disappointing in some way. But for all that, this can be one of those times where you're invited to consider what it is to bring a positive perspective for yourself and others, regardless of whatever disappointing news could find you in just about any area of life. There's every reason for hope as you now recognize the great opportunity available to you. Taurus, money you earn, money you spend, self-love, self-esteem. Look, we are right around the corner from Mercury going direct. And I know some people are getting antsy with maybe feeling like they need to buy gifts. If you can hold out for just a little while longer, it'll be a good thing, because purchases you make now, well, they may not live up to your expectation in some way. If a financial opportunity presents itself to you, that too might leave more to be wanting. However, there's every reason for hope here that there is prosperity for you. There absolutely is. And you may come to identify financial opportunity where perhaps you just didn't realize it was there before, but now that you see it, it fills you with hope and meaning going forward from here. Gemini, identity, priorities, who you know yourself to be, what matters to you most and first is going to be illuminated in ways. And the thing is, what really matters, it's going to strengthen. But what really doesn't, energy like this says, it either is not going to be satisfying to you or it's going to just leave in some way. Even though there may be feelings of disappointment, it's more about the uncertainty. But for all that, you really are right now with Jupiter in your sign in a space of starting all kinds of new chapters. And this full moon is allowing space so that you can embrace new beginnings and new opportunities, that much more, that will reveal themselves soon enough. Cancer, soul, psyche, spirit, fortunate karmic closures, but also karmic blessings that just find you. It's the stuff that you're really wanting or striving for or think that you're meant to have in a larger sense that can end up being less than satisfying or maybe downright disappointing. But it's important to understand that right now, a higher, more loving vision for your life means that there are going to be some healthy closures. There is every reason for hope here. Difficult situations can find themselves just leaving your life in the best possible sense. Have faith in your life and in your future. You're connecting with a higher spiritual purpose now, even if you don't have all the details ironed out just yet. Leo, friendship, group endeavors, there are going to be changes and shifts and turns in some way. For some, you're going to realize that some group endeavor you've been giving a lot of yourself to, it just isn't doing it for you anymore. Or it might be them that says, hey, you know what? This really might not be your forte. Thank you very much. But I do think this can be a time when you really see who your friends are and who are not, whom it is that you want in your life and whom it is that perhaps has served their purpose. And that can be bittersweet. But here's the thing, there's also a lot of faith that genuine friendships and alliances and connections, well, they can find you now in one way or another. And this could be a time when you least expected, a friend emerges. Virgo, career, social standing, life purpose. There are going to be changes in your connection with a higher up or a person in position of authority, maybe a boss, and some big opportunity. Maybe you thought it was going to be there, something you were striving for, a promotion. It just may end up either not being satisfying or feeling like it slips through your fingers. But here's the thing, what is for you is going to be for you. There's every reason for hope that big career opportunities can be there, but what you think it is and what it actually is might not be the same thing, and either really is okay. You getting a chance to become a boss could be part of this energy, though that too might not be as clear-cut as you hope. You'll have a learning curve, but you will find your way forward. Libra, long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, and legal matters. If you're involved in any of these, well, it could be now that some resolution is found, even though it fills you with a sense of some contentment and hope. The outcome may not necessarily be any kind of windfall, that's for sure, but at least it allows you to know where you stand so that now you can move forward towards something that feels more in alignment with where you are supposed to be, figuratively and literally. More personally, this could be a time when your personal beliefs about the world, your religious, political, philosophical, feels misunderstood in some way, and it's up to you to decide whether or not it's worth the effort of trying to get someone to see your perspective. Scorpio, most Scorpions are going to experience this energy in the context of your relationship with financial institutions and your understanding of wealth, which means there might be a financial matter you have to pay attention to, a credit card, loan, grant, benefits you might qualify for. The great thing is that with Jupiter here, you are protected, even if it feels as if you've got to take some extra steps to resolve a certain issue. It really is okay, especially when we have such strong financial energy. The money you need is there. You're navigating spiritual lessons to have it come together. Sagittarius, partnership and love, getting very honest with yourself about where you are in love and how you feel about it is going to come with a whole bunch of mixed feelings or mixed emotions. There might be some disappointment now, but it might not be anything of great consequence. It might be related to the past or just plans changing in the present. For all that, though, remember Jupiter remains in your opposite sign. It is going to remind you that healing and hope is very much on the horizon in the context of meaningful connections with others. Capricorn, your daily life, your work life, and how well you take care of you with your health. So this full moon does have some mixed energy. On the one hand, it brings with it healing and hope, which can be very exciting. There might be opportunity there or changes that you really like in the workplace. However, we've also got some stressful energy as well with Neptune and Saturn, which says there might be a whole lot that needs to get done as you move through your day with your work, or it might feel like you're looking at a health-related complicated situation. And even though you know that there are ways to move forward, to feel even better, there might be a moment there that calls your attention to a matter that needs attention. Might not feel easy, but you do navigate this time towards a greater sense of well-being. Aquarius, romance, flirtation, and what the heart wants in every area of life. Now, you might be getting your flirt on, but it's a bit of a mixed bag here. I love that Jupiterian energy because it brings with it a sense of connection and hope and confidence within. However, the fact that we've got those other challenging energies say that there might be some disappointment there with someone you had hoped for, or maybe had your eye on, but it could also be someone you're dating just has to change plans, and it really is okay. Regardless, though, remember to trust the voice in your heart in all kinds of ways. In the weeks forward, it'll only lead you towards greater happiness and fun as well. Pisces, home, your living situation, and your family of origin. So this tends to bring with it a lot of activity taking place on the home front. Now, if you're looking to buy, sell, move, or attract a new roommate, I would invite you to just wait a little bit. What you think it is, especially as we move to the last days of this week, and what it actually is could end up being really different, especially once we navigate into next week with Mercury officially direct. For all that, though, connecting and reconnecting with family members, that just might be where the healing and the hope is now. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.